I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakah Kodash, double honors unto our apostle, elders, which taught us the truth, and shalom to the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel. May you endure unto the end. Shalom wa abba babal. So this is proof of this generation being a godless generation, and that the wicked, their corruption, have corrupted the whole earth. It says in Hosea 4, verse 1, "Hear the word of Yahweh, ye sons of Israel. For Yahweh hath a controversy with the inhabitants of the land, because there is no truth, nor mercy, nor knowledge of Yahweh or Yahweh Shai in the land." Verse 6, "My people, the Israelites, are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of Yahweh thy power. I will also forget thy children." All right, which we have examples of this today with these camps like ISUPK, IUIC, Genesis, Sakari. All right, and even these false Christian churches. All right, I just went through Mark 11, and it tells you in 27. So Yahushai, he came through, declared as the son of David. All right, being that he was the Messiah, he he cleans the temple, and then they come to ask him in what authority he does these things. So at verse 27, it says, "And they come again to Jerusalem, and as he was walking in the temple, there come to him the chief priests and the scribes and the elders, and say unto him, By what authority does thou these things? And who gave thee this authority to do these things?" And Yahushua answered and said unto them, "I will also ask of you one question, and answer me, and I will tell you by what authority I do these things. The baptism of John, was it from heaven or of men? Answer me." And right now, the controversy of John the Baptist and ISUPK saying that he fell out of the truth. All right. But Yahushua is speaking for John the Baptist right here. The baptism of John, was it from heaven or of men? Answer me. And they reasoned with themselves, saying, If we shall say, From heaven, he will say, Why then did ye not believe him? But if we shall say of men, they feared the people, for all men counted John that he was a prophet indeed. And see, these false prophets, they're not in that fear today in 2025. All right, which wicked men wax worse and worse, because no judgment is going forth. But we're coming into that time where the Lord is going to send spirits of vengeance, and he's going to start with these leaders of these Israelite camps and these Christian churches, all right, to remove the false prophet out of the way, all right? And this is when the people will have a better understanding, because they'll only be able to go to the true prophets, the elect, all right? And that's literally where it's going to end up, with everybody coming to the elect, all right? These false prophets are stumbling blocks which have been set up to keep the unfaithful out the way, all right? But once again, these men, Israelite men, right, not if they would have spoke evil against John the Baptist back then, the Israelite men would have tore him to pieces, all right? But in this time, in this generation, it shows you the lack of faith, that this is that godless generation which the Lord said, save yourself from in the book of Acts, all right? This forward generation. It says, In verse 33, and they answered and said unto Yahushua, we cannot tell. And Yahushua answering saith unto them, neither do I tell you by what authority I do these things. So I ain't got nothing to say to you. All right? Pretty much these are the men that are going to be in the lake of fire in this generation, which it's clear that they've been reincarnated and they're doing the same thing with their false accusations. All right? They're going to raise up false witnesses and try to murder the prophets. But the Lord said, touch not my anointed. And that's why they're going to find themselves bound before us. Revelation 3 verse 9. Behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan. IUIC, synagogue of Satan. ISUPK, synagogue of Satan. Sakari, synagogue of Satan. Genesis, synagogue of Satan. Which say they are Jews and are not, but do lie. Behold, I will make them to come and worship before thy feet, and to know that I have loved thee. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation. These other Israelite camps, just like they were given over to the left jab, the left-handed jab, which now all these people are sick from, all right, they're going to be given over to the implantable microchip, the mark of the beast, which I've watched videos myself with IUIC and ISUPK openly telling their members to take the jab, which caused people to lose their life. So how much more when it's need for bread, right, that they're going to tell you to go take that implantable microchip, and you're going to be destroyed in that nuclear destruction of Babylon the Great, and you're going to be in that lake of fire, wishing you would have listened to the true prophets. Shalom to the elect of the nation of Israel, wa abba babal.